Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm going to walk you through the process for sharpening loppers for live state collections. This will be my demo tool, and I'll start by showing you what we want to fix. What stands out the most is likely the nicks in the blade, but I can also see that this pair is particularly dull and has some warped metal. Alright, let's get to fixing. Here are the materials you'll want to have: a metal file, a mallet or a hammer, diluted rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle, and a cloth, and some gloves if you're uncomfortable working around the blade. First, we'll wipe down the metal to remove any sap that is built up. Remember, it's important to keep your tools clean. Thick buildups of dirt and sappy grime will dull the blades rather quickly. Next, let's inspect the back of the blade, which should be flat. Stop! There's a folded bit of metal there. This happens when we twist the tools while they're closed. And let's get rid of that. To buff that out, we use the flat side of the metal file flush with the back of the blade and rub back and forth with even pressure. Personally, I like to keep the tools on the ground so that there's no risk of them falling, and so that I can ensure that I'm not putting an angle on the back of the blade. It makes a lovely sound, doesn't it? After this, you should see it should be nice and smooth. Now we will work on the actual sharpening. We won't be able to get the divots out of the blade, which is why proper use is so important, but we can sharpen around them. I use a funky setup where I hold the tool head on the side of my boot. The goal is a 45-degree angle, and I use my thumb for a rough estimate. You can see that I hold it behind the file. If I keep the file close to the top of my thumb when I pinch the back of the blade, but not touching it, that's about the angle we are trying to achieve. The file is not sharp or highly abrasive to skin, but regardless, this is not the time to be filing your nails. When it is finished, you will see nice shiny metal. Again, we can't get rid of the chips very easily, so we sharpen around them. Now the loppers are sharp, but this pair still won't cut nicely because the blade tips are bent. This can be fixed with a mallet and what I like to call percussive maintenance. Basically, just bend the metal back in small increments until they open and close easily. Just a tip, the warping is usually on the blade half, not the blunt half. Test them out and see if they cut nicely, and the loppers should be all good to go. The cuts should be smooth and clean like this. It also might help to put the date they were last sharpened in a discrete location with Sharpie. Try to resharpen them every 2 months or whenever they get dull again. The Sharpie will come off with the rubbing alcohol. Thanks for watching and happy sharpening!